The juice is loose.
So we have the newest Tim Burton film and legacy sequel, Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, now in theaters. I checked it out, so the question is, what did I think of it? Now, I really do love the original movie, and this second legacy sequel was definitely one of my most anticipated movies of the year. I was definitely interested and intrigued on seeing what they could be able to do and take the story, take these characters, and be able to see how they all do that. And I gotta say, one of the first things is that this is definitely a Tim Burton movie. This is has his hands all over it. It has the kookiness, the wackiness, the bonkers, off the wall. Really does fit within, the dynamics of that first movie. To be able to see a lot of the returning cast come back. Michael Keane, of course, comes back as Beetlejuice, and it feels like he has not lost a step when it comes to playing this character. He just really fell right into his character and brought this character back to life on screen for us and be able to just give us the same things that he did in the first movie. And I was just wonderful, and I love being able to see him come back as this character of Beetlejuice in the movie. Be able to have Winona Ryder come back in this movie also, returning character. And I would say her character does feel a little different, but she still plays the character so well. Character of Lydia, so well done by Winona Ryder. Catherine O'Hara coming back as well, playing Delia, and she just, it's funny because like it doesn't even seem like she changed at all. The character is older, of course, but like it doesn't even feel like she changed at all. She still feels the same way as that first original movie. But we had a lot of other new additions in this movie. Jenna Ortega, of course, was one of the big ones, the biggest new addition. And I really do like her character in the movie. She brings this sense of, playing Lydia's daughter, and she brings this sense of, youth and being a teenager and having those teenager-like qualities. Definitely see some signs of Lydia in her. You have Justin Theroux, who plays Lydia's boyfriend in this movie, and he's kind of fun in the movie. Also, Willem Dafoe is a lot of fun in this movie. He comes out as a character who's like a sort of actor, but he's playing like a sort of policeman or detective of sorts. And you got Monica Bellucci in this, as well as supposed Beetlejuice's ex, or she's on a hunt for him, trying to look for him throughout the movie. And it's just a lot of fun with these characters in the movie. But I will say though, it definitely feels like at least those last three, what like Justin Theroux and Willem Dafoe, Monica Bellucci. I will say though that it feels like their characters weren't necessarily needed for this movie. They didn't really affect the major plot line that was going on, and in fact, they actually had somewhat of their own sideline, side plot lines going on, and just felt a little overstuffed with them and the characters. Like I said, the characters are fun in the movie and all that. I have fun with their characters in the movie, but the fact that they were in in this movie, and it felt like we could have taken them out or taken scenes out with their characters, and it doesn't really affect the whole major plot line of the whole movie. It's kind of saying something. That kind of feels like it was kind of overstuffed a little bit with all these plot lines going on. Each character had their own plot line going on, and really all these plot lines with these side characters were literally done, like resolved within, like they were quickly resolved. All these plot lines were. So in that sense, it really just felt like all these extra characters weren't necessarily needed, but like giving them their own plot line, their own kind of story going on within the major plot line of the movie just kind of felt unnecessary and a little overstuffed at that point. There was such a great use of practical effects and makeup within this movie, just being able to bring that sense of what they did in the first original movie. Tim Burton come back and bringing everything back that he did in the first original movie, bringing into this movie the sense of practicality, the makeup effects, the stop motion that they use, animation, any parts throughout the movie that they used that during the production value of this movie was really well done and really top notch. One thing I was kind of hearing a little bit from people was that it feels like Beetlejuice is not in the movie enough. And I just say to that, well, if you think about the first movie, Beetlejuice is not even enough, like, doesn't even come out a lot in that movie. Like, we don't even see Beetlejuice fully in scope in that movie until, like, maybe 45 minutes into the movie, or that first original movie. This movie, though, he's in there. He comes out within the first few minutes of the movie, and you, like, see him. And then he's, like, spread throughout the rest of the movie. Like, he probably doesn't have a whole lot of screen time. If anything, he probably maybe has a little more screen time than the first original movie. But it's not like he's in the movie the whole time. Of course, he's spread out. He does come out a little earlier than he does in the first original movie. In this movie, he does come out a little sooner. But he's, like, spread out throughout scenes and things like that. And it's not, like, overbearing or anything like that. And Michael Keaton is just still just so great and awesome as Beetlejuice. I won't say this movie is like super funny or anything like that. It did get a couple chuckles out of me, and you know, I kind of laugh at how wacky and bonkers and off the wall it kind of is, you know, but it's not really over the top funny or anything like that. When it was all said and done, after I finished watching the movie in theaters, I gotta say I was maybe just a smidge, I'm talking about very little, very smidge, underwhelmed with this movie. But I had a lot of fun with this movie. I really did. I had a lot of fun with this movie. In the end, overall, I enjoyed the movie. Just little nitpicks here and there that I had. But overall, I really did love this movie. Well, I didn't love it. I liked it enough. I do like it enough. I wouldn't say I love it. At least not as much as the original first movie. I still prefer that movie over this one. But I do like this movie enough, and I had a fun time, and I enjoyed it. And I could kind of see this movie being, you know, put into the spooky season, at least for me during the, you know, the movie rotation for spooky season. I could see how you could watch the first original movie and then put on this one after for a nice 1-2 punch for the spooky season. I will say if you are a fan of the first original movie, there's definitely some things I think you will like about this movie. When it comes to legacy sequels in general, like, you know, many of the other legacy sequels that we've gotten in the past, I would say this one is at least one of the better ones, that it lives up to at least being a worthy enough legacy sequel to the first original movie. Overall, like I said, I had fun with this movie. I enjoyed it. I liked it enough, and they did a lot of great things in this movie. But the question is, would y'all like them to make a third movie? I presume they would call it something like Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Oh shit.
It's showtime.
I went and done it. I said it too many times. But other than that, would y'all actually like a third movie in the franchise? I mean, this one's actually making a pretty good amount at the box office so far, so I don't know exactly where they could be able to take the story and take these characters for a third movie. But if they happen to actually make a third movie, you best bet that I will be there to watch it. But let me know down in the comments below if you were able to check out Beetlejuice Beetlejuice over the weekend. What were your thoughts on it? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? Did you not enjoy it? Let me know down in the comments below. But that's going to do it for all for this video. Hopefully y'all all enjoy. Remember to subscribe and turn notifications on so you know when I post another video. Hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you on the next one.